were teammates in the 2017-18 college basketball season at UConn. Azura told us during her redshirt season in 16-17, I used to play one-on-one all the time against the practice players. There's the height advantage, a slight wingspan advantage. Both have been professionals for more than a half decade, and they're both versatile.
Unrivaled fans, we are at the second of our semifinal matchups. It's a 1-6 matchup, and at the 6th seed, it's Azura Stevens. At the 1 seed, it's Napheesa Collier. Azura, Fee has boldly said that she's the best player here. How do you knock her off her pedestal and prove her wrong?
Just use my length, use my speed and quickness, and try to disrupt her as best as I can.
Fee, at 6'6", Azura is the biggest opponent you've seen in this tournament. How do you handle this challenge?
She is really long, so I'll definitely have to be more creative than the other rounds. So I think it's going to be a really good game.
You're the higher seed, so you have the chance to choose who shoots for rock.
I'm going to shoot.
Here we go, Fee. Fee's ball. Check up.
Napheesa Collier acknowledged this morning that she hasn't made a 3 yet in any of her 2 unrivaled one-on-one games. 0 for 6, and that time drills one top of the arc to get the first possession. Winner takes on Aaliyah Edwards in the championship. Fee, Hezzy spinning, just hit the rim.
So exactly as they both talked about, that length disrupting the patented fadeaway.
Stevens high off glass, collapses on it, lost time on the shot clock. They will not count the bucket. So it's Collier's ball.
And this is going to be interesting to see. This is going to be a chess match because both players are filling each other out now. Neither have seen exactly who they're playing against, especially Napheesa on how does she get her shot off.
Collier along the baseline. Stevens with stand-up defense, using her length, has a step and a foul.
That's a quick catch and go. Collier jumped out, and it was interesting because Napheesa talked to us this morning about understanding how important defense would be for her because of maybe some of the more difficulties she'll have on the offensive side.
Shot clock winding to 3, carving for space. Stevens can't bank it home. The follow is no good. Collier ball. Napheesa for 3.
And right now we're doing cardio. No one has gotten on the board yet, but this is that point where you have to feel things out. Azura just has to slow it down. She's gotten multiple attempts that are easy makes for her, but the adrenaline is rushing. There's 200K on the line, I get it. Just slow it down.
Stepping in, Collier doesn't bank it.
And that was a great job of Stevens staying back on Collier so she couldn't step through her at the end.
And this is about the point where you got to catch your second wind as a player. You have all this energy right out the gates. You're like shot out a cannonball, but now settle in, catch your breath, and do what you can do. 2
players familiar with each other too, so shaking off the cobwebs a bit. Kind of a chess match, of course, and one-on-one. Collier gets her in the air. Fee's on the board first.
And she got, that time, Stevens to bite and come up tight on her, and because of it, she got through to the basket.
And Fee's footwork is immaculate. She needs to get in her bag of pivots, fadeaways. Now she's cooking.
She calls that move her bread and butter. In the paint, spinning and connecting. This is unfamiliar territory for Stevens. In her 2 games leading to the semis, led 7-0 in both. Tried to bite, doesn't matter.
Those are the counters, because normally she'd be going to her fadeaway, but when Stevens comes out with that length, she's able to move off position. That is excellent usage of angles.
Make it, take it. Working in the paint. The Lunar Owl against Team Rose. Stevens comes up with the stop.
And that's the thing about make it, take it, because these players are such prolific scorers that they can go on long.
Once you start going.
Draped all over her. Stevens got a bit of separation.
Renee, and that's why we were talking, and I know you saw it on Monday and Tuesday from the studio, that no lead really is safe, though, because it may seem like you've jumped out big, but all of a sudden you make a few baskets in a row, and then any player can come back.
Yeah, I mean, this is like king of the hill. Only the strongest survives.
Napheesa Collier swish, an 8-0 lead in semifinal number 2. Takes a deep breath, accepts the basketball. Stacy Blow, our crew chief tonight. Collier feeling it out a bit. Again. Winner advances to the finals to face Aaliyah Edwards for $200K. Stevens is fouled by Collier.
Strong play by Stevens, just bullying her way to the basket, though. That is...
And I like that. And I like that mindset, though. You're down 8-0. You're only going to go get a layup or foul me, like nothing in between.
Yep. Game to 11. Stevens looking for her first points, leans in for 2.
And that's exactly it. She can get to that spot every single time. She just has to settle in and make it.
And use that height advantage. And I know Fee is extraordinary defender, but if you get close enough.
From deep three-point land.
That's the one right there where I think fatigue. I think it's fatigue. I think you're tired, and the easiest thing to do is let it fly. Not that she can't make it, but why not
and it's
keep
like,
getting
it's
a
the
layup?
easiest thing to do, but then it's the toughest shot to make because you have no legs.
Collier trying to win it with the 3, pull-up jumper in the face-up game. Stevens races for it. Collier got a piece of the ball, nearly rips it free. 3 to shoot. Stevens notices. Almost got it to drop.
And both of them was like, forget that, I ain't getting that ball. You got it, ref.
Great to have Renee Montgomery with us in the building for the first time at Unrivaled.
We in the building.
Collier leading 8-2, game to 11, got the foul. Stevens tried to sell straight up.
And that's that pivot, the footwork that Fee, I mean, she does this in 5-on-5. It's harder to guard in 1-on-1. She does this in 5-on-5.
And it's still, I mean, then you got help. You can run 2 or 3 at her, and it still doesn't matter. So single coverage. Whew.
This is 1 worth 2. Collier's 3 for 3 at the line and 1-on-1. Missed it. Life for Stevens. Through the legs. Stevens. Second one that was right there for her. Collier for the win. Her first 3-pointer of the tournament helps her advance to the